Why is it I don't have any luck whatsoever? I mean any luck with anything electrical and anything technical or anything to do with technology. I have the worst luck. I really do. I genuinely do. All my equipment at some stage or another has broken down, exploded, given up, or just packed its bags. Got its little stick with the spotted handkerchief on the end, packed all its belongings in there, and walked out the door. You see, yesterday, me and the family, we watched the Disney movie. I think it's Frozen. And my daughter loved it. She fell in love with it. She thought she was Anna or whatever the girl's name is. So she's been all about that. And she was going on the computer and she said, "Oh, look, I found a YouTube video of Anna." She said, "But I can't hear it." Now, what happened was I have my headphones in the back because when I do a commentary and I listen to it to give it the quality test, I normally have my headphones in so I'm not disturbing the whole household with the sound of my monotone voice blistering through it, irritating everybody because they hear enough of me as it is. So I said to her, "Oh, the headphones are in the back. Don't worry about it, put the headphones on." She said, "No, I want to hear it, So I kind of pulled the tower towards me of my computer and it went off. I thought, oh dear, and I looked and I said, "Oh, it's alright, the power cable's just come out." So I plugged the power cable back in and it said, "Oh, you need to reboot because you never logged out properly." Not a problem, just F1 or whatever it was to reboot it. And all of a sudden my computer screen turned into the fucking Matrix. I mean, it was like figures and numbers and letters and codings flying up and down the screen, and it was just black screen for about 4 hours, and then more codings and letters and encryptions. Maybe, I don't know, the Da Vinci Code was on there. But I do know that my computer is now ready to be scrapped. There's nothing I can do to fix it. I've had my friend round who looked at it, and he looked and said, "Time for a new computer. It's dead. It's Jed. You've killed it stone dead, man. Think of the children." So that's the next thing now. I need to go and get a new computer. Brilliant, because I was planning on, possibly getting an Xbox One at some stage or a PS4. Now I'm going to have to invest in a new tower. So that is absolutely epic. So at this moment in time, I'm doing this commentary through my laptop, which kind of just about works, but like I've said before, I've got no screen on my laptop, so it has to be plugged into my monitor, and everything's all confusing and wired. So many wires, so much electrical confusion going on. It is frightening. And the problem with the laptop as well is I wanted to do some streaming. I can't live stream now because it's just not powerful enough to run it. So I need to really sort that out. So unfortunately, I lost a hell of a lot of gameplay as well. And when I talk about a lot, I mean a lot of gameplay and a lot of memory. I've lost everything. I've lost all my photographs. I've lost a lot. So thankfully I did save a little bit of a few bits and pieces, but the gameplay in the background, I don't know what you're going to get. It may actually be some Call of Duty Ghosts, because one of my subscribers said to me in one of his messages, he said, "Look, I know you sold the game, but I really wanted to see some gameplay." And I know that won't appeal to everybody, but he said, "You mentioned you had a friend who had a copy of the game. Can you just borrow it and please upload some gameplay, because I still enjoy it." Now, I've said before, you can't please everybody. Everybody's going to disagree with something that you do. But I like to try and keep everybody as happy as I can. Kind of keep a nice, happy equilibrium, if you know what I mean. So I try to upload a little bit of everything to keep the masses as happy as they're going to be. So yeah, it's more likely going to be some Call of Duty Ghosts. I haven't a clue what about, but I did want to discuss a few things. You see, I noticed that there was a patch that happened the other day. Now, I didn't know because I didn't play it, but the guy who came around and looked at my computer, he bought his copy around for me to have a go on. And I noticed there was something mentioned about one of these submachine guns had been fixed. There was a patch on one of the submachine guns. I cannot think for the life of me which one. Oh, the Bison, that's it, the Bison or Bison or whatever the fuck it is. And it's supposed to be made, it's supposed to be buffed, made a bit more powerful. Really? Did it really need a buff? I mean, seriously? There was a few things in there that I think could have been done. I noticed there was a new game type that had been added in, but really, did you need to buff that submachine gun? It was fine as it was. There's no need. One of my gameplays, which I didn't manage to capture because of all the fuck about with my equipment, and by the way, using a bit of bad language on my last upload, it was a very quick rage video, and I used the C word, which abbreviated would be "see you next Tuesday," so you kind of work it out. I do apologise for that. It was a little bit blunt, and one of my subs told me off and said that one of his children watch my videos, which quite shocked me anyway, that any children would watch my content, because it's a little bit naughty, but he said his children children, one of his kids enjoyed my content. He said, whoa, you know, slow down with that, it's a little bit harsh. So sorry about that if see you next Tuesday offended anybody. I will hasten never to use that again. But it was just a spur of the moment thing. I couldn't really blank it out because that was the reaction I had at the time. So anyway, yes, just wanted to cover that. So going back to the Bison, did it really need it? No, I don't think it did. You see, as far as I'm concerned, the submachine guns in this game do their job. I see enough people using the submachine guns for me to say, yeah, they seem okay. It seems as if everybody's happy with them. I would probably say the MTAR is maybe the most powerful one and the most consistent one. However, everything else serves a purpose. The Bison has got a ridiculous fire rate. That's good. It serves its purpose. It serves its purpose on maps like Strike Zone. It's a killer. Now they've made it more powerful. One of the games I played where I noticed a guy was using it, it was like a 2-bullet kill to the shins. It was way too powerful. All the guns in Call of Duty Ghosts are pretty balanced. You know, I've said before, I don't like the light machine guns, but the thing that makes them more overpowered is the attachments. The attachments is the major problem with this game. Thermal, target finder, I'm not going to keep going on about it. That is where the problem lies. Take the attachments out, you've got yourself a reasonably decent balanced set of weaponry. It's the attachments that keep screwing it up. But with regards to the Bison and things like that, it just didn't need touching. So I always look at it in the sense that, okay, you've got a lot of kind of equal guns. Let's say for the sake of argument, you had a bunch of boxers, a bunch of fighters, you know, all bare knuckle fighters. They're all reasonably equally matched, you know, some were a little bit taller than others, so these guys had better reach. The shorter ones were a little bit stronger, so if it was a close quarter match, they were the guys who were going to break your ribs. So you could actually look at all these guys and, yeah, I think it's quite even, everybody's got their own little perks, everybody's got their own advantages. And then all of a sudden, somebody by the power of magic says, no, I think we need to take one of these guys and give him fucking one-hit punch ability so that he literally is one-punch Mickey. He punches people once in the jaw and they are gone, or dead. He kills people with one punch. Yeah, let's do that to just one of them and see how that fares up. It wouldn't be fair, and it's exactly the same thing. The guns are fine. Fucking leave them. Sort the attachments out. That's what you need to do. Add some idle sway, or just take the attachments away. I don't know where their head's at. It just makes me laugh. And, you know, I have had a little bit of a go on Call of Duty Ghosts. It's kind of fun to pop back to, I will say that. I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 2 lately. Now Black Ops 2 has literally screwed my fucking head up, as you saw in that last little rage video. I just don't know where to put it in my mind. It kills me. It fucking kills me. Tac inserts, snipers, pistols, fucking pistols. People run around. People defended the pistols. I always said Frito was one of the people that really defended the pistols in one of his videos. And my counter to that was, look, if they're not overpowered, why do people run them as primaries? If anybody runs a secondary as a primary, it's a problem. In Black Ops 1, you wouldn't run a crossbow as a fucking primary. In Black Ops 1, you would run a ballistic knife as a primary, but you would literally have to look at the chance of getting beaten up with other people's guns every time you got into a gunfight. So, like I say, I don't know what I'm going to be uploading. It more than likely will be some Call of Duty Ghosts. Maybe I will capture some of this footage, but this is just a blind commentary, so I do apologise. However, there are some technical gremlins I need to deal with and get some equipment sorted out, because this is shit, and I want to keep uploading, but it feels like, you know that scene out of The Godfather 3? Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. It's like that. It's like I just think I'm in the clear and then I get dragged back to fucking misery with my equipment. So, yeah, apocalypse done.